Hello, Johnny and Luis. I'm here to give you feedback on your listening and speaking, Sam. Let me initially congratulate you. I think that you have done a great work, and it's a very interesting activity. Let's say that you let me just start by the feedback by using the rubric. I could see that definitely the instructions and the objectives as clear, so you did a great effort in order to provide students with clear instructions, with clear navigation. It all you made it through input examples, like giving them certain instructions and certain models. Very motivating activity because the students are actually interacting with lots of resources, but a simple task but a simple task, and anyway students are learning a language and certain formulas they can use to communicate. I think that you provided them with enough input. You didn't change the input, so you kept kind of reinforcing the input, and this is actually what a SAM is. Like giving students enough input, repeating the same formulas, so students can actually finish the activity, the SAM, with learning. There is a logical procedure, a choice of procedures from the test, the videos, the audios, the repetition, the models, the language you gave them. It's very logical what you did. You also provide students with some feedback. It was given at the end. I would suggest that if you can, at a certain point in the middle of the activity, provide them with certain input, with certain feedback, or certain opportunities for them to self-evaluate the work so far, so they won't have to wait till the end to evaluate their work. We have a little bit of issue with the, let's say, with the feedback, with the way that you cited the resources. So I think that you will be penalized. Uh, it was very attractive what you use. I could see that you were actually using technology so you were usually using technology in the best way you could. So we have audios, we have videos, we have quizzes. Students, even you gave them instructions to use the voice thread. So I think that you have done a wonderful job. So here are some comments. I'm a bit, let's say, I think that is a bit confusing, this introduction. Uh, not, well, not really seen connected with the other part. Yes, probably this is the first time that one of you actually authored the creation, and it's interesting what you are telling them here, including the Twitter, and telling people, hey, use my resource, you can actually use it. I don't know why you changed the name and you write selfie TVT about. So probably you wanted to personalize it for your students. So check if it is any learning mistake or what is it. Yeah, great resource information. You are actually telling them maybe the authoring could be included here because you were the designers. And you are kind of giving students like certain general information about what they will learn from here. I like this navigation because the students can actually go back, go forward, which is very interesting, and also this one that will also allow them to go wherever they want to do it. As the objectives, I would say that it is clear 12 different materials. So in this way, that's the way that students learn. If we actually close the, let's say, the gap they have to actually learn. And you are giving them like certain language. Interesting issue regarding the SMART goal setting would be interesting if you probably provide them with some more examples, but anyway, it's okay. The pre-listening activity is interesting. The quiz issue it's interesting. I'm not certain if it is necessary probably to tell students that they should scroll down in case they cannot see the pictures. I don't know if you can probably modify the size of these pictures because they became too big, or at least telling the students that they must scroll down. because I actually found a little bit of difficulty. When going to the listening, very, very important use of voice thread, using and including video and including the audio. The pace that you were repeating the language was really interesting because the students can actually. I was confused with the next button, so I was hoping to find a next button, but actually you meant this one. So probably if you, I don't know, probably it was me, but if something can be done. Again, we have a check, and in which one students will get more vocabulary, more language. Interesting, very useful. Probably this is the way you're giving them the chance to give feedback. I loved this activity because you are actually giving them the language they could use for the speaking part. Generally, we are not giving students the language, but we're telling them, go ahead and do it. Again, interesting activity here with, I think, a model you gave them, and of course they have to write it. I would encourage you to probably use this page a little bit more for more exercises, that is practice, so students will actually learn before you are sending them to talk. Again, the instructions are interesting here. I can see that you are also using Twitter for these kind of activities, which is interesting. And the plan is that in the near future, you actually use continue using the same account, so students can actually learn from this, and they can actually go beyond. Be careful. Yes, be careful with what you see here. Oh my God. And see that this is with your threat, right? So we must be careful because your students are sent to a website that is probably not pertinent and suitable for them. So we need to be careful with the hashtags. Wonderful idea of this example. I could see that you used your students. Wonderful exercise. The self-assessment. So guys, I think that you have done a great work so far. A little bit concerned about the references. Remember, APA style, but you have done a great work. Congratulations.